Welcome students, this is your Exponents Day 1 homework video. This assignment is going to be due on Monday, February 9th. Remember in class today we learned that multiplication actually equals add, and that with negative exponents you switch to make happy. So if it's negative, you switch it to the other side to make it positive. Alright, let's take a look at the problems. Alright, numbers 2 and 5 we're going to do off the top up here. These are just combining like terms. When we add and subtract, we don't do anything to exponents. We don't change them. So 8m minus 3m, 8 minus 3 is 5. And we keep the last name m squared. Negative 5 plus 7 is positive 2. And we're done. This is the same stuff we learned earlier in the year. It's just combining like terms. Number 5 is double rainbow. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 5 is 15. Negative 4 times x, negative 4 times 3, negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. And then it's just combined like terms. 3 minus 4 is negative 1x. 15 minus 12 is positive 3. Alright, and so that did not change, but we're just showing you that because it does, some of these do involve exponents. Next section. Alright, this is the multiply really means add section. So when we're doing a problem like number 8, we could rewrite it as x to the 3 plus 11. 3 plus 11 is 14, so x to the 14 is right. All you're doing is adding the exponents. On a problem like number 11, when they don't have all of the exponents listed, it helps to put 1s in there. So this would be x to the 2 plus 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, or x to the 4. Alright. When you get down here to number 13, number 13 and 14 are basically the same, except this used a dot instead. I like to use the parentheses. Numbers get treated normally. 4 times 2 is 8. x5 and x8 becomes 5 plus 8, or 8 to the 5 plus 8 is 13, so 8x to the 13. These real world problems, you guys learned back in middle school that when you have a rectangle, all you do is multiply. So it's 7a times 11 is 77. That's a1 and a2, sorry, a1 and a1, so that becomes a squared. And so basically this is double rainbow. And then 7a times 5 is 35a. So this is for the big part. Now we're going to do this part. 4 times a is 12a squared. And if we're doing the shaded area means we're taking the whole minus the little part, so 12a squared. So now it becomes a combining like terms. 77a squared minus 12a squared is 65a squared. Nothing to combine with that, so plus 35a. So 65a squared plus 35a. Last section dealt with negative exponents. Negative exponents, we said, if you have a negative 2 on top, to make him happy, you just move him underneath. So the x2 would go underneath, and you have to have a 1 placeholder on top. If we had a fraction like 2 over x to the negative 2, to make him happy, he hates being on the bottom, so we move him to the top, and it just becomes 2x squared. This only happens with exponents. So let's take a look at number 20. This y to the negative 2, he's the one that's happy, so we move him upstairs. He's the one that's unhappy, so we move him upstairs. He becomes negative 3y squared. The 2 stays underneath. So notice we only move the thing directly attached to the negative. Okay. In number 18, you draw your line. This guy is unhappy, so move him underneath, and that'll get you your right answer. Let's take a look at some of the other problems. Down here, 23. Double rainbow. So 2 times 5 is 10. That's a squared and a1. That makes a3. 2a times 2 is 4a squared. Actually, 2a squared times 2. And then plus 2a squared. Nobody to combine with that guy, so 10a to the third. Those guys can combine. 4a squared plus 2a squared is 6a squared. And that is the end. Make sure you finish up all of the rest of the problems on here. I probably did 7 or 8 problems for you, so I probably did a third of the work for you. So finish it up and bring it in on Monday.